Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these collegiate athletes a big round of applause as they begin their single elimination match play round. Athletes, your lanes are on. Good luck and good bowling.
Welcome back, everybody, to Bowl TV for the opening round of match play at the 2021 Intercollegiate Singles Championships taking place at the Spectrum Entertainment Complex in Wyoming, Michigan, just outside of Grand Rapids in the western Michigan area. My name is Aaron Smith with USBC Communications and Bull TV, and just want to say a big thank you to everyone for joining us here today. We got a lot of details to go over in this one round, and first and foremost, a big apology courtesy of Bull TV. We know we had some issues, a lot of issues actually. Just saying some issues isn't quite enough. We had a ton of issues with internet connection during the qualifying block. We do apologize for that. We are up and running on all 8 channels, and we certainly hope that was the lone hiccup for our tournament experience so far. So big thanks to everyone for coming back. Hopefully nice and easy for these 3 games. So as we mentioned, this is the first round of match play. These competitors you see on the pairs are facing off against each other in a 3-game total pinfall match. All 24 competitors in the men's division and 24 competitors in the women's division hold 6 games of qualifying earlier today to determine the seeding for the bracket. The top 8 seeds in each division earned a first round bye, so they will not be back on the lanes until tomorrow. On the women's side, those top 8 seeds are Mabel Cummins from Vanderbilt. She was the top overall qualifier with a 1270 total on the women's side. Madison Janik from Wichita State was second, 1268. Katie Robb of Delaware State and Jordan Munt of Tusculum tied at 1277 for third and fourth. Ira Minadin from Mount Mercy and Patricia Rosales from Prairie View A&M tied for fifth at 1181. Dakota Ficini from Stephen F. Austin was 7th at 1175, and Marissa Carey of Indiana Tech earned the final spot, 1161, to earn a first-round bye. So the players 9 through 24 are currently on the lanes. The matchups we have in front of us right now on 13 and 14 to our left is Allison Haresco from Duquesne taking on Samantha Mueller of Marion, Wisconsin. And over on 15 and 16, we have the 16-17 matchup of Brooklyn Boudreaux of Arkansas State taking on Shelly Bradley from Iowa Western Community College. So this is game 1 of 3. So a pretty short final round of the day today here on Bull TV. So after this round, all competitors are going to go back to the host hotel, and essentially for 8 of the competitors in both the men's and the women's divisions will be heading home, unfortunately. And their ISC run will come to a close today. And then the remaining competitors will be back on the lanes bright and early tomorrow. We do have an early start time here on the East Coast, so be sure to set those alarms, because we will be kicking things off at 7:30 a.m. Eastern for that second round of match play. Taking a look at the men's side, the top overall qualifier was Alec Keplinger of Wichita State. He shot 279 the first game and kind of rolled from there. Got a little bit close at the end, but was able to hang on to the top qualifying spot with a 1318 total. P.D. Virgos from Calumet was second with 1308. Jordan Monins from St. Ambrose was third with 1273. His teammate Zach Denton, fourth at 1238. So just 4 players averaging better than 200 on the men's side. Andrew Gross was in 5th place from Wisconsin Whitewater at 11:88. Connor Novak from Notre Dame, Ohio was 11:83. Jake Tolke from Thomas More was 7th with 11:77, and then Josh Imhoff from Oklahoma Christian got the last first round bye by a single pin, 11:71, 1 pin ahead of Tyler Moore of Tusculum, who was at 11:70. And folks, I know we still haven't got the bracket matches aren't up there right now, so I'm going to go ahead and just read those off so you know who is facing who, and then I will send a note. See about getting those up. We do have it listed on site here. So once again, we are watching the 16, 17, and 9 and 24 match. On lanes 11 and 12, Cassidy Corey from Mount Mercy is taking on Brooke Allen of Clark. North Carolina A&T's Anna Olaya is taking on St. Xavier's Hannah Bond on 9 and 10. These are all on the women's side first. St. Ambrose's Megan Hess is taking on McKendree's Izzy Allen on 7 and 8. Monmouth's Jenna Lair is taking on Pikeville's Emily Tull on 5 and 6. Lauren Tomacheski of North Carolina A&T is taking on Rebecca Loker of Ottawa, Kansas on 3 and 4, and then Victoria Giardina from Lawrence Tech is taking on Emily Crone of Martin Methodist on 1 and 2. So those are your matchups on the women's side. On the men's side, Weber International's Wyatt Smith is taking on Indiana Tech's Corey Hersha on 17 and 18. Tusculum's Tyler Moore is taking on Pikeville's Ryan Taylor on 19 and 20. Siena Heights' Ryan Reed is taking on Lindenwood's Troy Owens on 21 and 22. Andrew Sachs of Lindenwood is taking on Michael Rochelle of Lincoln Memorial 23 and 24. Tyler Senovic of Newman is taking on Nathan Burns of Rio Grande on 25 and 26. Bowling Green State's Stephen Coker is taking on Weber's Ronnie Huff on 27 and 28. Sean Quinn of Calumet is taking on Alex Kostrick of William Penn on 29 and 30. And then Seth Gosen of Texas San Antonio is taking on Bowling Green State's Tyler Lowenstein on 31 and 32. So all those matches are available at the moment on bowltv.com. Question from James in the chat. Yes, they will be staying on the same pair, so not moving for this, so they get the opportunity to settle in. The lanes were re-oiled during this block. With the unknown pattern, the pattern will be revealed after the conclusion of the Intercollegiate Singles Championships. All right, thanks for the note in the chat there. Is it Gaussen? Is that what we're trying to say? Seth Gaussen? No, I was heavy on the O there the first time. So, and folks, please feel free to let me know in the chat in case I did have any miscues with the names there. As we get toward the end of game one. we said, it's going to be a pretty quick day here on Bowl TV. Gossen. Goss. Not Ghost. Gossen. Did we get that time? All right, there we go. Seth Gossen from Texas, San Antonio. I appreciate the assist there. WGANEM 94. I'm not sure where to pronounce that either, so that's why I just spelled it out letter for letter. Wrapping up 13 and 14 here for game number 1. Samantha Mueller in the books with 173. Allison Resco can take the early advantage after game 1 with a spare here. Otherwise, they'll be essentially all tied up. Samantha would have a slight advantage. 9th and 10th left to go on 15 and 16. Bradley and Boudreaux. Big game on 17 and 18 on the men's side. Corey Hersha from Indiana Tech, after a spare in the first, has rattled off 7 consecutive strikes. And 10-pin advantage for Duquesne's Allison Resco, 183 to 173 after game number 1. On 13 and 14, once again, this is a single elimination. So for 8 of the players in the men's division and 8 of the players in the women's divisions, their ISC run will come to a close after this round. And this will be the only round of match play we have today. So the advancers will get the opportunity to rest up and think about what worked well, and for our players who have earned a first round bye, potentially watching now here on Bowl TV along with us. trying to see some strategies out here, maybe trying to watch the match they have coming up next. We can give you those as well, just in case. The winner of the Boudreaux-Bradley match that we're watching right now will face the winner of, or will take on the top overall seed, Mabel Cummins of Vanderbilt. The winner of the Oresco-Mueller match on 13 and 14 will take on Marissa Carey of Indiana Tech. These are all women's. We'll start with the women's side first. The winner of the Cassidy-Corey-Brooke Allen match will take on Jordan Munt of Tusculum. The winner of Anna Olaya and Hannah Bond, North Carolina A&T and St. Xavier, will face Ira Minadin from Mount Mercy. And then the winner of Megan Hess from St. Ambrose and Izzy Allen of McKendree will take on Madison Janik of Wichita State. Where are we at next? The winner of the Jenna Lair from Monmouth and Emily Tull from Pikeville match will face Dakota Faccini from Stephen F. Austin. The winner of the Lauren Tomacheski, North Carolina A&T, and Rebecca Loker Ottawa match will take on Katie Robb of Delaware State. And then the winner of the Victoria Giardina from Lawrence Tech versus Emily Corona Martin Methodist match will take on Patricia Rosales of Prairie View A&M Invitational. Or Prairie View A&M. Prairie View A&M Invitational is the event we do every year, so hosted by Prairie View, of course. Be an impressive school name, though, to have Invitational in the name. Moving over to the men's side, the winner of the Wyatt Smith-Corey Hersha match. And Corey can still shoot .290 here. Will take on top seed Alec Keplinger of Wichita State. The winner of the Tyler Moore and Ryan Taylor match will face Oklahoma Christian's Joshua Imhoff. Siena Heights' Ryan Reed and Lindenwood's Troy Owens. The winner of that will face Zach Denton of St. Ambrose. The winner of the Andrew Sachs Michael Rochelle matchup will take on Wisconsin Whitewater's Andrew Gross. Newman's Tyler Senovic and Rio Grande's Nathan Burns. The winner will face Pete Virgos of Calumet. The Stephen Coker Ronnie Huff matchup. The winner will take on Jacob Tolke of Thomas More. The Sean Quinn Alex Kostrick match. The winner will take on St. Ambrose's Jordan Monins. And then winner of the Seth Gosson match and against Tyler Lowenstein will take on Notre Dame, Ohio's Connor Novak. Advantage to our left, Brooklyn Boudreaux after one, 187 to 179. 8 pins, so some close matches here as we look to get into game 2 across the house. See Cassidy Corey with a big opening game on the women's side. 232 in her matchup against Brooke Allen of Clark University. She is going to have a sizable lead heading into the final 2. Corey Hersha finishes with 268, so he's going to have a near 100 pin lead over Wyatt Smith. Folks, as we get into game number 2, I'm excited to welcome in a special guest. This young gentleman has many titles and accolades to his name. He's a 3-time PBA Tour champion, a former PWBA Player of the Year. Did I say PWBA? Oh, I'm sorry, I just did a PWBA event. PBA Player of the Year, 3 PBA Tour titles. Let's say hello to Andrew Anderson.
Hey, how are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Not too bad.
Folks, can you hear Andrew as well? Please let us know.
This is a nice mic you got me. I appreciate that.
That's what we're all about here. We are all about the convenience and ability for you to have a good time here, Mr. Anderson. So thank you.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. I know we had a couple hiccups this morning, but happy that we got everything going, and now we got some match play started.
That we do, and heading into game 2 here, our current matchups in front of us. Allison Oresco up 183 to 173 against Samantha Mueller, and then Brooklyn Boudreau up 187 to 179 against Shalee Bradley. And Andrew, you were here during the first block. We teased you as a special guest, and we didn't tell anybody, so everyone here knew, but the folks in Bowl TV land did not know. So first off, what mystery pattern here? We don't know the pattern. What were some impressions that you got from just kind of watching throughout the course of the first block today?
Yeah. So on the men's side, I saw some really big scores early on, and then on the women's side, I saw some pretty low scores early on. And then they flip-flopped. It looked like the men's got more difficult, and the women's opened up a little bit for some of the girls, like Mabel Cummings, for example, had a huge last game to jump into the lead, and now she has a bye, so we won't see her until tomorrow. But yeah, I'm expecting a moderate scoring pace. I think a couple of the pairs look okay. There's going to be a lot of urethane on the men's side, and it's going to be a shot-making expose on the women's side to see who can make it through here.
I like that, shot-making expose.
Yeah, I didn't know what word to use there, but that's the first one that came to mind.
That worked out very nicely, very nicely, yes. So you're already ahead of me. I got your introduction all wrong with the wrong tour,
yes.
and then you come in dropping exposés on me. So
you dropped me on the PWBA Tour. I'm now a PWBA Tour Player of the Year, apparently. I appreciate that.
I feel Shannon O'Keefe will fight you for that 2018 award, because she was the actual winner of that.
Yeah.
But PBA Player of the Year. Well, this one I definitely won't get wrong. You are a Masters champion.
I was a Masters champion. Yes, I am a Masters champion.
And this tournament, a little the same, a little different, however. 3-game total pinfall matches. You know how to navigate that type of block, where essentially everything else that's going on in the house irrelevant to these competitors right now. They just have to find a way to defeat their opponent in this matchup. Doesn't matter how you get it done. What are the things that have worked for you in the past to find that success, to kind of continue through matches? It's it's obviously the pattern out there is usually tough when you get to an event like the Masters or here at the ISC, so shot making's always at a premium. But what are the things that a player can do to kind of find an advantage out there when they're trying to navigate this in a 3-game total pinfall match?
Yeah, so 3 games gives you plenty of opportunity to change the pair up how you'd like, especially in some of the righty versus lefty matchups on the men's side. I would be surprised if some of the men on the right side didn't start with more surface to the either the right or the left, depending on what side of the lane you're on, to kind of set it up for later in the games, I'm not saying you ever want to sacrifice a game, but when 190 is a good game, you kind of feel like you can shoot 190 anywhere. So however you're going to make them easier for yourself going forward is how you'd want to attack them. So just For the players, it's important to know that it is a 3-game match. You know, losing that first game, winning the first game really doesn't matter because you're looking at the whole scheme of things. And how you play the lanes early is really important because you can either trap yourself or you make it really easy for yourself. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. Watching some of the men's side on my way down, a lot of urethanes. So we'll see how that affects them going into game 2 and 3, or end of game 2 and 3, and see if scores go up or down.
Got some strikes here early on in the Boudreaux-Bradley matchup. Once again, it was 187 to 179 after one. Brooklyn with the advantage. But both players starting off with 4 consecutive strikes, both of them taking advantage of a hit or two along the way, which not only is a good thing for you, but potentially a thing that can get into the opponent's head if they see you catch a break, catch a Brooklyn, as Bradley there mixes them up.
Taking advantage of it.
Taking advantage of it, yeah.
Yeah, and this is a perfect example. You know, you don't have a whole lot game 1, you know, kind of feeling it out, maybe a little nervous going into match play. Yeah, especially in a one-and-done format at the Masters. Knowing that you have that second match, and if you lose, you can play them a little more aggressively. But, yeah, one and done, man. It's an intense format. The nerves get going. I got to believe that that's probably why some of the scores are a little lower.
Spare by Boudreaux, but she is the first to blink in this matchup. After we started with 9 consecutive strikes.
Yeah, you're not going to see that too often in match play, I don't think. So, you know, Shaylee's probably feeling a little better here because she was not the first one to miss, so Brooklyn needs to get back on it, put some pressure back on her opponent.
Well, Brooklyn we got to watch a little bit earlier, I guess technically last month now. It's finally May. We're into that was April. Arkansas State, the runner-up at the NCAA Women's Bowling Championship. Just a freshman for Justin Kostick and his team, but definitely throws one of the more powerful strike shots out here.
Yeah, he's got to be excited to have her for a few more years. That's a bunch of rev rate, really good ball roll. You know, once she fine-tunes it and you know, focuses more on the repetition side of it, it's going to be very, very hard to beat. And she already is pretty hard to beat, I'd say. But only going to get better from here. So Justin's got to be excited to have somebody like that coming in freshman year. And, you know, hats off to Nebraska for winning the NCAA championships. And, you know, so many good teams out there. You know, we saw Mabel Cummings again from Vanderbilt. You have McKendry, who's always solid. A lot of good teams out there. And it's really exciting to watch the NCAA championships every year to see kind of who the next stars are, you know, who's coming out. And I got to be honest, I hope Mabel and some of those other girls stay on the women's tour. We don't want to bowl against them.
I hear you on that. This is true. The collegiate bowling scene really a great way to kind of see into the future of who is going to be the next big stars on the PBA tour, the PWBA tour, and you know, I even remember a couple of years ago watching a young Andrew Anderson on the lanes throwing strikes just like Samantha Mueller did right there, and saying, "Hey, this kid might be something in a couple of years."
Not to make you feel old, but it was a few years ago.
Oh, I am old, so that's.
It's about 8 years ago. But yeah, you know, it's crazy how things come full circle. This bowling center that we're at is where my freshman year of college practiced when I went to Davenport University, and now I am commentating on collegiate bowling championships in the center I kind of grew up practicing in. So pretty cool. You know, happy to be here and happy to see the future of the sport and crown some titles. You know, This is a big chance to represent your school, represent a lot of things. So it's more than just bowling for yourself when you're bowling for your college, and it's even a little more added pressure. So I'm excited to see who can handle that and come out on top.
And that's the thing we've often heard with folks who have won the intercollegiate singles championships is, obviously, it's branded. It's a singles event. It's an individual title, but it means so much more to the schools and to the programs and to the teammates. That's one thing we've commonly heard from the competitors after the fact. They're basically, they'll say, this is pretty awesome, but this is all about, this is for my teammates, this is for my school. Because it is. It's, you're not out there practicing on your own each and every day at wherever the school practices at. It's a team effort. The hours, the time, the dedication, all working together to get to that, hopefully the team championship. But the singles championship certainly has plenty of prestige and is just as important to the players and the schools, being able to have that accomplishment as part of the school's record.
100%. And one big thing about it is I definitely see some players here from schools that did not make the team championships. So it makes it even that much sweeter when somebody whose team didn't make it brings home a championship. So you generally see a lot of the winners of this event be from somebody who made the team because great bowlers are around great bowlers, it seems like. But it is always special to see some of those runs that are made, who comes out, and for me this is unique because I know maybe 3 or 4 people here from before this event. Like I follow college bowling a little bit, follow all of bowling really, but I know a few kids. But this is my introduction to a lot of them. It really is.
It just sounded funny that you called them kids.
I am in about 6 days. I'm turning 26.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. I mean, I'm starting to feel old.
You've been able to rent a car for nearly a year now.
I know. This got to be the least exciting birthday. Turning 26. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be excited for, but yeah, I'm getting old, so I can technically call them kids.
Okay, all right. I'm glad
you
we
don't
played
think
that.
so?
No, I think that's in play. I just didn't realize.
Yeah.
26. My goodness.
Yeah, I told you. Not to make you feel old, but you're definitely not getting younger.
I'm not. I'm afraid that's.
I actually got this morning. This morning I got called. Some of the guys that work here remembered me. They used to always call me kid because when I was here I was like 18 years old and 100%. I mean I still feel like a kid in a lot of ways, but they're like, hey, what's up, kid? I'm like, no. Times have changed. The kids are bowling.
North of 25 now. My goodness. Potentially going to have a big swing here heading into Game 3 on 13 and 14. Allison Oresco has put together 5 consecutive strikes after a solid start, stayed clean. She can still shoot 258 this game, so for Samantha Mueller, it's important to get as many pins as she can right here and hope she can find some strikes in the finale and maybe a little bit of help from Allison because she is going to have her work cut out for her.
Another beauty of this format, though, you can never really count yourself out. A whole game is a lot of pins out there. Doesn't really matter how much you're up or down. A lot of things can happen, but it does always feel good if you're in Allison's position and can get some pins and get out to a lead because it's much harder bowling from behind. We have a pretty interesting matchup, though, on 15 and 16 as well. That's going to be a really close matchup going into Game 3. Max 246 for Brooklyn and Max 247 out for Shaylee, and she was down 8 pins going in. Is that how you say it, Shaylee?
That's how I've been saying it, yes.
Okay, I don't know if you remember, but I was getting somebody's name wrong every time I said it at the U.S. Open, so trying to get them right this time.
I have been...
Nair.
Nair, yes.
I kept trying to say...
It's Nair like Bayer.
Yes.
But that's a good thing. We have friends in the Bowl TV chat who will help us when we mispronounce things. Like for instance, William, who's been very helpful already in helping us say Seth Gosson's name apparently Seth is a little bit older collegiate student, so he said that Seth is actually older than you, Andrew, so they're not all kids.
That's fair. That's fair. I will not. Now that I know that, I'll write that down and make sure not to call him a kid. But we're gonna go with the majority.
I like that, majority. That is a majority of the strikes now for Allison Resco.
Yeah,
she makes it 6 in a row.
And the six-bagger on this does not seem very easy today. So, I mean, you look around, scores are all over the place, really. The majority of them are fairly low, grinding out some matches. Going to be some close-knit matches finishing up. Nothing more fun than match play when the matches are close, coming down to the final stretch. Oh, big roll 2.
I don't know if she...
Big
oh,
roll.
she didn't see it.
Big roll 2 in the 10th. First one. Especially after Shaylee missed the spare. Taking advantage, take the lead.
Bradley's max 236. Boudreaux's 246 still out there with the trip 2. Boudreaux up by 8 after game number 1.
Looking to expand on the lead. Great shot. I gotta believe that Brooklyn wasn't very happy with their performance in qualifying this morning. We're up to a really rough start. 124 game 1. Not what she was hoping. Made a good comeback, but it's tall climb to tree. Tall tree to climb when you shoot 124 game 1 to try to get back into that top 8 for a bye. But she's looking to try to advance.
Allison finishes off at 258, so she is making the turn at 441.
125 pins.
Samantha Mueller with 316, so yes. 246, the final total for Boudreaux.
Shot by Shaylee in the 10th. Still max at 236. We'll put her down 17 or 18 pins going into game 3 if she can punch out here.
Good bounce back after the missed single pin as well in the 9th. That's always
that's
something that leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and you're potentially thinking about it. You got to be able to shake that off.
Especially in a high-scoring match, you know, like which you didn't expect. Nobody expects that, but you would think that 236 would win majority of games here. She just happens to be bowling the one person who has more pins. Leaves makeable.
Resco with the early open, so this is we kind of start early double here to find any type of momentum for Samantha.
Yeah, got to get off to a good start here. There's a lot of pins to make up. Definitely gonna need a big game. 11 and 12, we really haven't. I'm going to call it. Cassie had 230 game 1, so Brooke Allen's 159, I believe. So she has a pretty sizable lead. But both of them very struggling early this game. Max for Cassie, 199. Max for Brooke, 197 through 6 frames.
433 to 405, 28 pin advantage for Boudreaux as they get ready to start game 3. Once again, folks, this is This is going to be a quick day here on Bowl TV. Although, not gonna lie, it felt long in the early block as we had some internet issues, but we will conclude today and be back tomorrow, bright and early, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
You say what time?
7:30 a.m. It could be worse though if we were in the Central Time Zone. That'd be 6:30. So there you go.
I'm glad you're looking at the positive there. All I heard was 7:30.
Tomorrow, big day though. We have 2 rounds of match play to determine our 4 semifinalists in both the men's and the women's division, and then it's practice time for the ITC. We'll be following that, so the men's teams and women's teams will have separate practice sessions out here before they kick off competition on Thursday. And in addition to that, I'm not sure if we've actually announced it yet, so I'm just going to do it on here. If I get in trouble, I'll deal with it later. But we actually will be announcing the NCBCA academic, or not the academic, the All-Americans, although the academic All-Americans also rule, so shout out to them. But the All-American teams will be announced on Wednesday right here on Bowl TV, 7 p.m. Eastern, the time for that.
Awesome.
And in addition to the NCBCA, we will also announce the IBMA, the NTCA for the NCAA side, and then a few other ones that have previously been announced, the Collegiate Club, the NAIA, and then the NJCAA. So all of that.
That is some exciting news.
That is. I'm very excited about it. I have no idea how I'm going to announce that many names, but it's going to be a lot.
You're going to crush it.
I hope so. That is the goal. We're actually going to use the, I believe the plan is to use the, have you seen the boutique center that they?
Yes, I love it.
How amazing is that?
Yeah, we build a tournament here every year called the Memorial Day Classic, and this year, for the first time, the match play portion will be in there.
Very cool.
So hopefully I can make it to match play and get to experience that. It's such a cool place. I spent a little bit of the lunch break on the golf simulators that they have in there. Pretty cool place, you know. I'm happy that they did not have that stuff when I was here at college. I probably would have missed class a couple times. So I got fortunate there. But really cool place. Really happy that Collegiate Nationals were coming back to Michigan. And, you know, this is just exciting part of the year. You know, these kids look forward to, I said kids again, these bowlers look forward to this all year. This is what they train and practice for. And really getting to see it to come all together and get to bowl for a title, man. Just exciting. You can see the nerves. You can see the nerves in some of these matches already.
Good question in the chat about the length of this tournament. We will actually conclude on Saturday of this week. However, the finals for the men's and women's ISC and then the men's and women's ITC will all be taped on Saturday. So we will get down to our final individual participants and teams throughout the course of the week. As we mentioned, we will know the ISC semifinalists after tomorrow, but for the team portion, we will know Friday or potentially even Saturday morning if we have an if necessary round. But folks, with all that, CBS Sports Network will be the place to be starting Tuesday. Oh, late trip of the 10 there.
That's a big break early in this match. You're in the lead, you know. Shaylee got a rough start, and you're just trying to expand that lead, and to get a break there really loosens your swing. I expect a good shot here, and Shaylee's going to have to throw a couple good shots to get in this match, because the momentum's huge, as you probably know, Aaron. Momentum's huge in bowling in these matches. And once you have it, you just don't want to lose it, and it's really hard to take it back. It's very hard to take it back without your opponent giving you it. Looks like a good shot. Yeah, Brooklyn's going to be hard to beat here, but Shaylee needs to throw a couple good shots here, get back in this match, put some pressure on her. Get some of that momentum back on her side.
The momentum is indeed key.
especially in the team portion.
Oh,
When you watch your
it's
buddy
so
in front of
vital.
you throw a really good shot, it's contagious. And it's also contagious the other way. You have a couple bad shots in a row, it's really hard to work your way out of that.
And we got a great question in the chat here that we will follow up
shot.
with you in just a second here. But you know, getting back to the TV times, starting May 11th, they'll be on every Tuesday. The ISC Women's Show, May 11th, 8 p.m. Eastern. ISC Men's Show, May 18th, 8 p.m. Eastern. The Women's ITC Show, May 25th. That's going to be 6:30 p.m. Eastern, so that's the only deviation in the time. As ooh, tough break there with the 8:10, and then the Men's ITC Show, June 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern. Andrew, we did have a quick question for you from William in the chat. Favorite memory for you from college bowling?
Oh, a number of them. A lot of mine aren't really bowling related, just people related. You know, I had a lot of really cool experiences in college, whether it was the traveling, who I got to meet, who I bowled with in college. My time in Davenport here in Grand Rapids, I love the city. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if sometime in my life I moved back here. But when it comes to bowling at Weber for my junior year, I got to bowl with Verity Crawley. I got to bowl with Daria Pajak. Got to bowl with some really good men's bowlers, Matt Russo, Justin Dunn, Aaron Uratovich, and we just had a great team. And it was more so like off the lanes how good of a team we had. Just had such a good time spending time with those guys, getting to know them. The bowling was fun. You know, we bowled good. We came short of a national title, but the experience that you get in college, getting to meet people, going to school, getting to meet so many different types of people, that's what really makes it fun for me. The bowling part was what it was. I love bowling. I'm always going to bowl, but it was really the people part for me.
Nearly a second trip, too, on lane 16. Oh, that was on 15 last game. But
Yes.
nearly a second trip, too, for Brooklyn there.
They say that when you have momentum and when you have the right ball in your hands, the breaks go your way. So kind of how it's fallen out so far. We have some low-scoring matches to our left, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of when you don't have it, it's really hard to get it, you know. And when you're facing an uphill battle, it's even tougher.
As you mentioned, Cassidy got out of the gate strong. This is on 11 and 12. Was able to shoot 232 in the opener, and she's had her own struggles. But for Brooke, yeah, just nothing going these first two games. And even though Cassidy is slowed down, she is still going to have a nice advantage heading into game number 3. We are already basically to the halfway point of game 3 here on our featured pairs, 13 through 16.
Do you know the first game score of the 9 and 10 match?
9 and 10 match.
Anna and I
Anna.
believe Hannah. Anna and Hannah are bowling each other.
Let's see. It was 211 Anna Olaya to 168 Hannah Bond.
So a 43-pin lead. So that's a 35-pin lead for Anna going into game 3. Anna had 161 this game, and Hannah had 169.
Brooklyn staying clean through 5, and right now that's
For those youth women bowlers out there right now, if there's somebody to throw it like, it is Brooklyn.
I would agree. I recall.
I don't know much about her. I have no clue where she's from or anything of that nature. She throws it sweet.
I want to say the Pacific Northwest for Brooklyn. I feel that is. I'm going to look it up right now just so.
Shaylee can get back in this match here with a couple of good shots. Let's see what she got here. There we go. Good shot. So max score for Brooklyn is 258. Max score for Shaylee is 248. Down 25 pins. Shaylee's going to have to start putting some doubles together.
It is Washington State for Brooklyn. I recall
Do you
watching.
see, look at the number 12, number 21 match, Andrew Sachs and Michael. They flip-flop scores.
How about that? That's an easy way to.
158 to 251, then 251 to 158, I believe is what I saw.
That is something else.
Does she roll it? Oh, she does not. Good shot. Good shot. I love this format because of the pressure that it brings. I hate this format because you have to send somebody home early.
That you do. This is a single elimination match play bracket. 3-game total pinfall. We are in game 3. That would have been a big 7-pin topple for Bradley if she was able to get it out. And no problem on the spare. Allison bounced back after the 8-10 in the 4th with a double spare in the 7th, so she currently is in position to win this matchup, which means she would go on to take.
Yeah, so that Andrew Michael match, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was 258 to 158, and then 158 to 258. I've never seen something like that. Talk about it. Those are 200-pin turnarounds.
I believe someone in the chat wrote that Michael in that game, let's see,
They are
9 miss, gutter ball 9, and then the next 10 off the sheet for that 258.
and they're now tied. They're almost done actually. They're bowling much quicker. All right. Brooklyn to take commanding lead. Great shot, grab 10. Shaylee's got some hope here. Really, I don't want to say do or die, but I do believe that this is a must-strike time for Shaylee in the 7th and 8th.
So Andrew, I just got a note from Gary Brown of the IBC Youth Department, and he says that matchup between Andrew and Michael actually could come to a tie, which would be ironic enough after the way they got there.
But it can come to a tie?
It can come to a tie. I believe Andrew got the first one in the 10th, and if he goes 9 spare, and it looks like he left a 10-pin.
So he needs to spare this for the tie.
Potentially so. I can't quite see all the way down there.
He doesn't. Body language is telling me that the match is not over.
Looking at the live scoring, though, I think he does have enough, unless there's.
He has enough for the win?
Enough for the win, I believe.
Okay, so maybe it was the first one that he needed.
Maybe the first one, yep.
He didn't make it.
So it looks like that one.
They're shaking hands.
Hands. The bro hug.
Yep. That was a lefty-lefty matchup, actually. Looks like Andrew is moving on.
Looks like Andrew, yep. So that the first hit in the 10th ended up being the deciding factor there. 642 to 632. Andrew Sachs ahead of Michael Rochelle of Lincoln Memorial. Nice shot there from Shaylee. She is
It was that double she needed. She and
much needed double.
Those were must strike. I was talking while you were getting the info. I thought that was a must strike situation. I really did. And with those, if that 7-pin would have toppled, this is a totally different game. But she is still down 10 in this game, and she needs to win this game by 25. So she's gonna need a little bit of help from Brooklyn. But she is now with that double not out of this match.
Has a max of 228. Brooklyn on a 2-0 pace. So if Brooklyn can find a double in here, stay clean, she will have the ability to potentially just shut out. But
yeah, 9 spare, 9 spare, 9 will be a tie. It's a Shaylee tie. And there's a 4-pin. This could get interesting.
Taking a look at the live scoring, one other matchup coming to a close. It looks like Troy Owens of Lindenwood is going to get the victory over Ryan Reed of Siena Heights. Troy in the books with 632, max for Ryan 615. And Gary did tell me if we do happen to have a tie, 9th and 10th frame roll-off will determine which player advances. If that
This is the biggest shot of the match for Brooklyn. A strike puts her firmly in control of her own destiny. Anything less will put Shaylee in a must-strike situation and put some pressure on Brooklyn. But really, she just needs the 9 spare out. So high count, clean keeps her in the lead. That looks good. Great shot. All right.
big shots coming up here too.
Yeah, Shaylee,
Put a little pressure on and potentially
Shaylee needs all 4 to make
extend it.
Brooklyn spare 8. Any spare an 8 on the fill if Shaylee can strike out. It really comes back to that 4th and 6th frame when she left those 7 pins. Can she trip it? No, she cannot. Pretty good shot there. Shaylee bowled a really great match. She really did. Sometimes, you know, the matchups, man. I really think that Shaylee beats just about majority of everybody else, really, that's bowling at the moment on the women's side.
She's going to be right around 600 here with the spare and a double in the 10th.
She got to leave with her head held high. She bowled great, you know.
And that's
You made the IS, is it ISCs, right?
ISC, yep.
Yep. She made the ISC. She put up a great fight.
That is the nature of the single elimination format, though, with the 3-game total pinfall. That's
Yep.
the draw comes into it, and who you have to find a way to beat.
There's been some crazy ones out there. And on 17-18 in the Corey Hersher-Wyatt Smith match, Corey Hersher in a command lead up 100 pins about going into game 3. So really he's just feeling like he's got to stay safe here, make some spares.
And he's done that so far, clean through 5. Wyatt has put together a couple strikes to at least keep him honest.
Number 14, number 19 match, there's a 13-pin difference between Lauren and Rebecca. I cannot see the scores of this game yet, though, but they're in the 4th frame.
Some great shots there in the 10th
Yeah,
from
great shot.
Shaylee.
She bowled a great game, really. I mean, the 4th and 6th could have struck. The 9th was just a pinch foul. And, you know, when you're in the lead, Brooklyn did the right thing. A lot of good shots. 9 spared. Stayed clean. Sometimes that's all you got to do. You don't always have to look for the big game. You just gotta bowl your game. I find that a lot of people leave match play like this when they think it's a 3-game sprint. They're looking for all these big scores, and then, you know, your opponent shoots 560 and wins, and you just look back and say, man, if I just played a little more safe, you know, made some better shots here or there, not worried about the score, probably would have came out on top. That's kind of what some of these kids are feeling. These bowlers are feeling right about now as they... I'm going to stop it. I promise I'm going to stop with that, because there is somebody that is older than me in the field.
205 finish for Shaylee Bradley. She's going to shoot 610 on a. It's proven to be a tough condition so far, but run into a buzzsaw here in
Yeah,
Brooklyn
and all she had
Boudreaux.
to do was keep it on the lane. I think she knew that, because that one was not flirting with the gutter by any means.
Allison Oresco from Duquesne is going to get the win over Samantha Mueller of Marion, Wisconsin.
444 to 494, I believe.
I think it's 484.
484, okay.
So
Good rolling by Allison.
So we got a couple shots from Brooklyn here. I think we got enough game left on 11 and 12 to make a quick camera switch, or we'll adjust the cameras here to have some more bowling for you good folks here on Bowl TV. This match, of course, already is live on the 9 through 12 channel, but since Andrew and I are here and we're chatting, we're having a good time, and hopefully all the good folks on Bowl TV are as well. Let's get these final few shots, and
we're going to move over to 9 through 12.
we can get, yeah, let's see what we can get.
11 and 12, Brooke Allen. Cassie has a pretty commanding lead. Brooke Allen really needs to put some strikes together here to make a run in this one.
Brooklyn finishes with 640 to 610, the victory. In case anyone hears anything strange, that's me falling off a chair.
I'll try to catch you.
I appreciate that, Andrew.
I said I'll try.
I'll appreciate the effort. Do you watch The Office, Andrew Anderson?
I do sometimes. I'm not into like some. My roommate watched it like 8 times through and through now, and it's off Netflix now, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's what I'm ever gonna get into.
Well, the reason I asked, there's one where Michael falls into a koi pond.
Okay.
And then they find the video of Jim's attempt to save him, and it wasn't like he actually did like this move to get out of the way to let him fall. So
after they make a story that he was trying to save his life.
A little bit. They just tried to kind of get away from the fact that it happened, and then once they heard they had video, Jim did not want that out there.
Right.
For obvious reasons, and then everyone made fun of poor Jim after that for his duck move. So I think he would have been safe though, because all the cameras are pointed towards the lane. So thankfully,
I gotta believe I would have had a pretty good effort in trying to save him. You can't be too heavy. I think I could have saved him.
We could have pulled this
but
off.
Thankfully, we're not in that situation, and we're never gonna have to find out. Now we just got the what if. Cassie has a really clean lead in this match. She's just trying to stay clean. She actually had a pretty rough game too, like we were talking about. But pair seems hard. Both of the women seem like they're struggling to find it. But when you're in Cassie's situation, you're just trying to play it safe, keep the pocket in play.
That is frame number 5 for Cassidy up there. She has a pair of opens and a pair of spares. 54 in the 4th now, with an opportunity to make the spare in the 5th for Brooke. Also has a pair of opens, 2 strikes and a spare up there as well. 56 in the 4th with a strike in the 5th.
We have some matches finished. Can we announce the results?
We got a few of them up on the...
So Andrew did advance, Troy Owens did advance, Seth Gosson over Tyler Lowenstein did advance. It looks like Corey Hersha will advance over Wyatt Smith.
I'm going to try to get that available for everybody here in just a second as well.
We got some excitement down on the high end at 29-30. I believe that was Quinn. Let's see here. Yeah, it looked like Sean Quinn in the 10th over Alexander. Needed the first hit, possibly needs the second. I'll try to find that out for you guys. Sean was down 6 pins going into this third and final game.
All right, we should have some scores up there, some updates throughout the house for everybody. Some through 2, some through 3. Sean looked pretty, or sounded pretty excited about that.
That was a double in the 10th. Possibly in the game. I'm not sure if he needs count here or not, because it was a 6-pin match.
Still needs count, but not too much. 7 pins looks like it'll be enough for the win.
Wow. And if you see that finish, no?
Now the live scoring's acting up a little funny.
Okay.
But I believe the finals are correct. So yes, that I don't think Alex went gutter 3.
Okay.
Because that would have scared me too.
You had me baffled.
Yeah, we got some little hiccups with it, but that's okay. We're still getting some final scores here and getting to see it. So it looks like Sean will get the win over Alex, and once again, as those scores come in, we are getting updates up on the board for you. Corey Hirsch is going to.
Yeah, Hirscher put up a big number.
Collective, yeah, he.
7.
Yeah, 268 the first game, I believe.
692, which in this format, head-to-head, big number.
That's going to get you a lot of victories.
Yes. That's got to feel good, too, going into tomorrow. Sometimes that bye doesn't always do justice because the lanes will play a touch different. And sometimes those who get to bowl this block and figure out the lanes how they're playing have an advantage going into tomorrow. So it'll be interesting.
For Wyatt Smith, he's going to shoot 250 this final game, but was making the turn at 350.
Yeah,
so he'll get to
that's
6-0.
One of those times where, you know, you're sitting back and said, if I could have just done that a little earlier. That was a little bit of nerves. I don't think he was playing the lanes wrong, per se. I think he was just trying to figure them out. You know, kind of figured it out a little too late. And the lanes played a little bit more so in Corey's favor. Looks like Anna Olea will take the victory over Hannah. Hannah had 157 last game. Anna had a pretty marginal lead going into game 3. And she can max out at 191. You know what I'm excited about, Aaron?
What are you excited about?
There's 2 Chick-fil-A's in Michigan total. And guess where one of them are?
Is it Grand Rapids?
In this
Miami?
parking lot, almost.
Oh, wow.
You literally turn right out of here, it's right there.
That is a fun Michigan fact that I did not know about.
Yeah. We now have, I think, 3 total, 1 being at an airport. But yeah, one of them's here.
Well, there you go. I know what you're having for lunch each day.
I gotta get it in while I can.
Which reminds me, I'm curious if my lunch is still sitting back behind us or if it's been discarded yet. I'll have to go check that out after we wrap things up here. But before we do that, we have a giveaway for everyone watching here on Bowl TV as we get toward the end of this opening round of match play. So we'll be giving away a Nintendo Classic to everybody who's been, or give everybody a chance to win it. We're not giving one away to everybody. I'm sorry about that.
Are you sure?
I am sure, because Roger would be very upset with me if that was the case.
I'd say.
But a Nintendo Classic, we're going to have this giveaway as we wrap things up. So all you have to do is wait to see the prompt in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. It'll say a giveaway will begin soon. I'll have a countdown for about 60 seconds, and then you'll see another thing pop up in the bottom left-hand corner of the video screen, it'll say a giveaway has begun, and all you have to do is hit submit entry, and you are entered for a chance to win. So for that, we're going to get it going here in just a minute. How about after Cassidy's 8th frame, we'll get that going. And folks, if you're watching on the full screen mode, we do recommend that you take it out of the full screen, take it to where you can see the chat and everything, and that should be able to help you see that once it pops up. Once again, all you want to do is click the submit entry button.
Aaron, you think they'll let me practice on this pattern?
I don't know. You'd have to ask nicely, I feel.
I think I might. I think I might try to get some practice in, and I kind of want to bowl on the leftovers of one of these pairs.
We will not be bringing that to you live on Bowl TV, folks.
No, you
no
do not
Andrew
want to
Anderson
see how
practice
low.
sessions.
No?
Not yet.
They're pretty eventful. I treat practice sessions like I treat competition, so if I'm bowling bad, I look just as upset.
Okay, I've seen both spectrums of it, so I can kind of
You
gauge from
got
there.
a picture of it, yeah.
I got a picture in my head, so. Cassie's going to make the 2-8, so let's go ahead and get this giveaway underway. So once again, good luck, everybody. All you have to do is click submit entry. See Andrew grabbing his phone. You are not eligible because you're in the Bowl TV booth.
That's unfortunate.
But Cassidy is in position to take this victory. We will roll through a few of these scores. You can see them on the screen as well in just a moment. Question from Benjamin. For the archived events, you do have to have a monthly or an annual subscription. The event tickets are for live events only. So that is the information on that question. So the archived event is for a monthly or annual recurring subscription. Very quiet here at Spectrum Entertainment Complex. Just looks like 2 matches ongoing on the women's side.
I cannot tell you how much I look forward to having fans back.
I agree.
I cannot wait. I mean, bowling's good no matter what. You know, bowling's fun. I think that there would have been some more intensity if there was fans here. I think there would have been more fist pumps. I think there would have been more yelling. I think in the team, I'm curious to see the team atmosphere, because one thing college bowling on the team side is really known for is the cheering, the chants. I wonder how much that happens, which I know it will, but how enthusiastic will it be without fans? Because I know that there's parents that will come and cheer and chant with the team, knowing the chants. I just wonder. I'm curious to see it.
Of course, for safety protocols this year in place for the ISC and ITC to keep the student athletes, the coaches, and the host center and staff healthy for this year. But yes, we cannot wait to bring the parents back, bring the fans back into the venue to, as you said, go crazy, because we've been, between both of us, we've been to enough collegiate events.
Aaron, I know you would go crazy.
I would go crazy. I would. If I was in that position, I would be going absolutely nuts, yes. But now it feels weird because we're very close to the action. There's limited bowling, and we can't really get too crazy just yet.
Right. You have to wait for the perfect moment right now. So it looks like Cassidy will move on here, and if I'm Cassidy here with this lead, I'm searching. And what I mean by that is I'm going to start looking for things to do better for tomorrow. Whether it's something physically I need to work on, lane play, where am I going to look at the lanes? Because after game 1, she had 230 game 1, but since then she really hasn't had much. And I would be looking towards tomorrow. What could I do different? That is a ball change. Good shot, flat 10. And, you know, Brooks in one of those situations where you got to leave with your head held high. You know, you represent your school at the ISCs. Made a good run at it. And hopefully, and I don't know what grade she's in, but hopefully she gets another chance at it.
So looks like all of our men's featured pairs, which is every pair, has concluded for the day. So once again, this is the final round for today, so a shorter day here in day one. As Cassidy entered this match with a 97-pin advantage, so she is still going to get the victory here. Looks like the other women's matchup has wrapped up, but I think you made a great point, Andrew, and that's something, you know, Cassidy, an All-American last year from Mount Mercy. He's been part of the Junior Team USA program as well, and you know, I'm sure this is a great opportunity just to gather information. You know, the scores obviously are not reflecting it, but I'm sure between her and Coach Andy Dirks taking some notes on kind of what happened here, what was good, what was bad. The 2:32 start was one of the bigger starts we saw here on the women's side. So what are the next moves? What's the next ball in line? They are limited in equipment for this week, so
you can change surface prior to practice tomorrow, yes?
Correct, yes. So
yeah,
what are those
game planning
changes?
is huge in these events. And especially like what I said earlier, when you have a 3-game match and how you go from ball to ball and you attack the lanes, it really is important to have those steps. Know what you're going to go to next. Know what the next plan is, because you have to have something that's you can commit to and something you're confident in, because you do not want to be searching. You just do not want to be searching. You saw Wyatt. He got down a big deficit by searching. And it ended up being he shot 250 last game, going back to what he was doing all this morning and getting just comfortable with it, you know. So there comes a point where commitment level is way more important than the bowling ball. But the equipment matters, and having that game plan is very important.
And I liked it. We saw it off camera here that after that shot, Cassie actually came back here, talked to Coach Andy, and said, you know, basically, all right, what can
we do now?
What can we do next?
Yep.
What's our learning moment here? So.
It looks like she moved right, which I think is the right idea. I really think that the reason why the men are scoring so high is because they get to play very straight with a lot of surface and or urethane. And if you look at majority of the girls that bowled really well early on this morning, they were playing much farther right with much stronger bowling balls. The girls that struggled early in the blocks were those using kind of weakish shiny balls in the middle part of the lane. And we saw in the match between Brooklyn and Shaylee, their pair got really good because they both played kind of to the right with some surface, and it got even better for Brooklyn because she could curve it a little bit more. But I think both of them had pretty good ball reaction, and they were both playing fairly straight. So I would look to see some of the girls that make it to tomorrow to look at playing a little straighter, with more bowling ball, more surface, and keeping the pocket more in play. Not looking too far outside of one zone.
All right, our final two shots coming up here. 10th frame for Brooke. She's gotten the first one in the 10th, can still shoot 170. Cassidy finished with 145 that game. Cassidy is going to get the victory, and so we look at the scores rolling on the top of the screen here. You can see who has advanced so far. We got Nathan Birds from Rio Grande, Stephen Coker from Bowling Green State.
I want to
Sean
say
Quinn.
that's Rio Grande. No?
That's what I thought as well until...
It is Rio.
Rio Grande is what I've been told, unless Gary Brown is
Okay.
playing a trick on me.
I don't think he would, so.
Got Izzy Allen with a win. Jenna Lair from Monmouth. Corey, we talked about his victory.
Megan has a lot of success in her future. Tom Hess's daughter. Those are great mindset. She's just as ferocious as her dad when it comes to competing. And I see a lot of good things coming from her. I think this was a learning experience from her. She struggled a little bit this morning after first game. I don't think you can do much more than just learn from these experiences and get ready for next time. Thanks for having me in today. Look forward to tomorrow bright and early. and
Athletes, if you have been
we'll see some more exciting matches.
Absolutely, Andrew. We appreciate you joining us, and as you said, you will be here for the next couple of days. So we appreciate spending some time with us here and breaking it down, and we look forward to doing that for the next couple of days. So we'll be back here at 7:30 a.m. Eastern, folks.
Can you say that time one more time?
7:30 a.m. Eastern.
Okay.
As once again we're rolling
I will
some
be
of the
here at 7:25
7:25, just enough time
with
to
my
kick off.
coffee, ready to go.
I like the sound of that.
Okay.
That is the perfect plan. So Andrew Anderson, PBA Player of the Year in 2018, three-time PBA Tour champion, joining us here on Bowl TV. We appreciate Andrew for swinging on by. Made the drive from the Detroit area to join us here today. So folks, as we wrap this up, once again, we're going to have a quick recap story available on bowl.com a little bit later tonight. To kind of get you all the details, of course, bowl.com/ISC, the place to be for everything related to the Intercollegiate Singles Championships. 2 more rounds to go tomorrow. So we just appreciate you guys fighting the good fight with us throughout the course of the day as we work through some internet issues here at the center, but we are up and running. So a big thank you again to all the folks here at the Spectrum Entertainment Complex. They are phenomenal. Have a great venue here. I look forward to potentially more events in the future as well. I would gladly come here any day of the week. The Eaton family is top notch, so big thank you to them. And as we head out, of course, big thank you to the USBC and USBC Board of Directors, the Bowling Proprietors Association of America, and the BPAA Board, Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider here of USBC short duration events, and the ITC and ISC, our gold partners, Rotogrip and Storm, the collegiate coaching organizations out there, the NCBCA, NTCA, NJCAA, and club as well, our host Convention and Visitors Bureau with the West Michigan Sports Commission, our host and venue staff at Spectrum Entertainment Complex, and proprietor Mike Eaton. Of course, all you great folks here on Bowl TV, the Bowl TV community, one of the best out there. We appreciate all the comments, the support, and once again, thank you for working with us through those challenges a little bit earlier today. So from all of us here at Bowl TV, Andrew Anderson joining us, Jason Thomas making the magic happen. I'm Aaron Smith. Thank you. Good night. And remember, on Bowl TV, bowling lives here. Have a great night, everybody.